All right, we're gonna be kicking off the live in 3 minutes, and I'm excited to have everybody here. So let's make ourselves comfortable. Grab your dinner, your glass of wine, glass of water, bottle of water, cup of tea. Grab whatever you need before we get started. In the next 3 minutes, we should get started with our live as we match up bold art paintings with bold furniture. So I'm really excited about that. All right. Hello. Welcome to the live. Let's get started with our pages here. All right. So welcome to the live. I want to welcome everybody that's new here. However, if you're returning for this live, if you've been part of the previous lives, thank you so much for coming back. So today we're going to be continuing on with some bold art pieces as we normally do, and we're going to be pairing those with some bold furniture colors. For those, this live is meant for people who are not afraid. If you're not afraid of color, and you want to add some bold color statements in your short-term rental property, this is the perfect live for you. Thank you so much for being here. Previously, we were matching up some of the art pieces here with some properties within the GTA. However, we switched things up a little bit. So what we're doing today, or what we're doing this week, we're matching up or pairing some of the pieces that we have here with some bold art pieces. and just so we can get a sense of what that really looks like or what that means, just so we can get that sense, because sometimes it's one thing saying it, and then it's one thing when you really get to see what's out there. Now, as I always say, it's important, if you want to make, if you want to stand out, if you're a rental property owner, short-term rental property owner, and you want your property to stand out on the market, or on any socials, or on any virtual spaces that you may have shared, please. You may want to consider adding bold colors to your property, with regards to art, but also furniture. But my focus here is really art, and I'm here to kind of show how you can pair up some of the bold color art decor like this with some pieces of bold color furniture. Reason being, we're trying to break away from the monotony of gray, black couches or furniture that you normally see in a lot of properties. If you've been part of my lives in the past 3 weeks as we're checking out properties, I noticed a common theme that was going on. And also in some of the properties I've tried to book, I've noticed a common theme, and the theme being same furniture style, same colors, same color theme. I'm not sure if it's a trend or it's because we're all buying from the same store, especially with locations that are within the same proximity. You find when you check out some of these properties, you find there's a trend with the furniture. It's the same color tones, it's the same style of furniture, it's the same the flooring, all this, like the same color theme going on. And the reason could be is maybe because maybe some owners are buying from the same box companies that carry the same furniture. So sometimes these box companies have limited the choices of furniture are limited, or the choices of decor are limited. So you find out that a number of members are carrying the same furniture styles, furniture colors that you're finding in the other rental properties. So based on that observation, I'm here just to share my 50 cents that try to break away from what all your other competitors are doing. The color tones might be a major expense for you to go change that, especially if you bought the property and it's already painted in certain colors. You don't want to change that. But yeah, we see a monotony of the white. I mean, white is a safe color. We get it, and it's easier to change. It's easier. We get it, but it's become a monotony, especially. When it comes, especially with owners in Canada. If you're in Canada and you own property, and your rental property is it's all painted white. I'm not saying it's an issue here, but I'm just trying to share my experience because I've rented some of these properties. I'm just trying to share like a guest experience. When you go in some of these properties and it's all white, painted white, some of the properties have blank walls. There's nothing on the walls, so it kind of feels cold, especially in the winter. The space feels cold. There isn't much going on. There isn't much character other than having your same furniture and the tables and everything else. So all I'm saying is that add character. If you don't want to change the paint, add some bold art pieces and use those art pieces to kind of act as a lead or a masterpiece that from which you can select other furniture pieces and make your space stand out by adding unique pieces. Add unique bold art pieces, or unique or pieces that have some artistic aspect to them, so that helps your space stand out. All right, now that being said, I want to introduce you to Christine's art store. Okay, it's an online store. This is it's on the Fine Art America. Okay, this is the website for those that might, if you want to visit the store and explore some of the bold color paintings on this. So that is, it's on Fine Art America. Fine Art America is like the Amazon of artists. That's where you're going to find a lot of artists, tons and tons of artists, about 5,000 art pieces you're going to find here. All right. However, if you don't want to go into the if you do not want to kind of, because there's a lot of artwork, so it's overwhelming knowing where to go or which pieces to look for or which artists to look for. So to make it easy for you to navigate the page, it's important that you know which artist you're looking for, and in this, or which art store you're looking for. All right, so you gotta go by the profile of the artist, and in this case, this is the artist you're going to be looking for. So it's Christine Pirro. So once you get to that, once you gotta put in, if you get to the Fine Art America site, you want to put in the name of your artist, and that will give you this. You want to put in the name of the store, which is this is Christine Pirro's art store. That's the name of the store. But right now, because we're looking at the prints, it's showing that. So let's see if we're going to be able to. Yeah, okay, so that's how it's going to come up. It's going to come up as Christine Pirro's art store, right? So it's important that you know which artist, and you can recognize some of the art pieces that or you can recognize the profile of the artist you're looking for, and also the art pieces, right? So once you get here, you want to, now, once you get on the site, it's going to appear something like this. It's going to give you some generic layout of some of the artwork that's there, either in for the most part, it comes out in framed art pieces. So it comes out in this manner. So the page might lead you to a generic setup like this, right? However, if this is this is like the default page. Everything is framed in the same art frame with the same mat, but this is just to give you an idea of what the images look like, okay, and what they would look like on a frame. Okay, this is just it's just a default page that kind of displays out all the most of the artwork of the artist. Right now, if you want to go find already framed pieces, you have to go into the favorite. You have to go. So there is some categories just below. You will find and first of all, don't forget to follow, and also use that contact button if you want to get in touch or have any questions about the artwork that you see here. But that being said, you want to go into browse the page and then get to the favorite. Now the favorites will give you pieces that have already been framed based on choice or selection, again, because you as a customer, you can actually you can decide on which kind of frame you want. You can decide on what kind of mat you want. You can decide on which way you want your piece, the image, to appear. You can select, you have the freedom to select the frame and all that, right? And I already talked about that, but I'll talk more about it as we continue on with the live. I'll show you how to go about it. If you're new here and you're not sure on how to maneuver the page, how to select your frames, we'll be covering that. Yesterday we were looking at this image. This is in Christine's favorite. She's already added frames and added mats and everything. So we're just gonna pick out an image and match it up. As you see, most of the images here are really bold images. They come in bold colors. they are vibrant images, because color is everything when it comes, especially to artwork, when in the winter season, because I was sharing this previously, that art has a way it uplifts our emotions and also our mood, but even better when the artwork comes in vibrant colors like this, right? That creates it changes the mood. Okay, so if you have an art piece like this in a space, and somebody walks in, that creates, it kind of shifts everything, right? It creates that shift, it uplifts, it's warm, it also gives it gives the vibrant colors, kind of give you that warmth, and also it gives you that it gives you a positive feeling about the space that you're in, right? So it's important that when you're choosing color, and if you want your space to really pop or to be visible or seen easily among all your other competitors, choose artwork that really has bold colors. And then what we're going to be doing today is matching these bold paintings like this, okay, with statement pieces of furniture, because some people are like, okay, what am I gonna do with that? How do I deal with that? Yes, start off, if you have a space and you haven't really decorated it, and you're kind of overwhelmed, you're not sure where to start or how to start putting that room together, I would say one of the things you want to do, or two areas that you really want to cover, is the living room. Start off with the living room, okay, and then the other areas that you want to really cover are the bedrooms. Make sure you're picking, I can't say this enough, make sure you're picking professionally framed art pieces for at least the living room and the bedroom. If it's a one bedroom, at least pick 2 professionally fitted pieces for these 2 rooms. If you have 3 bedrooms, yes, do that for the living room, and then continue on with that theme to your bedrooms. The kitchen, the living room, or the other areas, do not worry. You can pick up like some low budget frames or images for those areas, but for the living room, because that's the first thing. I mean, when you're posting your rental property, the areas of interest people really want to see are the living room, because they're going to spend some time there once they get in, right? And also the bedroom, right? The other things also matter, the bathroom and all that, but as long as they're clean, if everything else is clean, you do not have to really splurge on the bathroom and the kitchen. Put that effort in the living room or the common room, where people really spend time, maybe to have a coffee or have dinner or have lunch, and then the bedroom. Okay, now that being said, I picked another, so we're going to be working between 2 windows here. Right, this is the first window, this is the second window. Okay, so I picked a random website. I was working with this website yesterday. I actually like the pieces of furniture that are on this website. Okay, the other thing I like about this site, it gives you some nice bold colors, because some of these bold colors you're not gonna find in certain places, in certain stores. You're not gonna find them. However, if you take time to do your shopping instead of going into the big box stores, because the thing with the big box stores, they're all selling the same kind of furniture, and that's why when you go in some of the properties, especially the properties that are in the same area, if there is a big box store, pretty much everybody's going and picking up their furniture there. And if the big store is coming up with only limited colors, you're gonna find it's the same colors, because as really I was trying to make sense of why is everything so uniform with their properties. Why am I seeing the same kind of furniture, colors, color tones, even with the rugs, even with the flooring? Like you see a lot of that, especially in Canada. Some of the properties in Canada, I'm seeing a lot of monotony when it comes to the furniture. Also the colors, like when it comes to color choices or color tones. From the exterior to the interior, the gray is a popular color these days, gray, black and white. And again, as I said, if those are your choice of colors, because this is it's like an investment property for you, you don't want to take chances and just slap any color on the walls, no problem, leave that color, but use art, because art is I think it's the cheapest accessory that you're going to spend on, just to revamp that space and also kind of create a unique experience for your guests, right? So use art. If you don't want to color you want to stay with that safe white color, no problem. However, use art. Bring in some nice bold pieces, put them on that white wall, because as I said, white doesn't feel, it feels very refreshing in the summer, but when it comes in the winter, that white color really, like, it feels cold, especially if a room has no artwork. If it has like blank walls, and then it has the white bright lights right from the living room to the bedroom, it kind of feels it would be clean and pristine and all that, but it doesn't feel warmth, it doesn't feel homely. So if you want to create that homely experience for your guests, add some popping art pieces like this one here. Let's see, I just want to give you a sense of how that would look on the wall. Now, today we picked with this one. The reason why I picked this piece, first of all, I like this piece. All these pieces here have titles. This is called, what's the title of this? This is called Matters of the Heart. So if you happen to go on the website, you can read into the collections. Each collection has a title, and each piece of artwork there is more to it. There is an interpretation by the artist. Now, if it's something that really rhymes with you, or if you find like that makes any sense for you, well and good, you can select that piece, because sometimes people have a hard time, especially if there is a lot of selections. Sometimes people are overwhelmed on making a decision on what to pick. Okay, what artwork should I pick? So read into the pieces, get a good interpretation of what each piece stands for, and then see which one connects with you. Also with the colors, all the pieces here, as I said initially, they're vibrant colors. So if you're not afraid of color, or if you want to experiment with color, you want to check out the pieces, and then start off with that, and then from there go to the furniture, go on the sites, look for furniture that's not your regular gray black furniture. Find something different, okay? Find some colors that kind of let the art piece be the guide. When you're selecting your let that be the guide, or the masterpiece that's going to help you select your artwork. So today, because this piece is the dominant color in this piece is red, okay, so we're gonna go on this site and look at some pieces of red furniture that we think, and then maybe we can pair up, see which one actually might go well. And also the other thing is just to give you a hint, just to give you a sense of what the kind of warmth of, or just so you get a sense of how much of a difference color creates in a space, right? So let's not be afraid of color. Let's try to get away from the dark tones and explore, or even though we still have dark tones, let's explore. Let's kind of find a way of blending those dark tones with some nice vibrant color, warm tones, to kind of revamp the place, or to kind of give a fresh homely look for your guests, right? A welcoming look. All right, so I was looking at some pieces. This site, one thing I like about this site, has some pretty cool pieces. So we're gonna be playing with these pieces, and then I'll show you how how you can place, or just even so you can get a sense of how that, if it really makes sense. So the first piece we're gonna try out is this one here. Let's see. Now I'm gonna because this is predominantly a red art, I'm thinking I'm gonna try out either red today, because the focus is on the living room. We're gonna be trying out couches, chairs, love seats, or all that, whatever comes in red. So we'll try out either, I'm gonna try out with red first, and then we might also explore some green or yellow or gold. I'm gonna try to stay away from black again, because as I mentioned before, we're trying to stay away from the dark tones and kind of explore the vibrant warm tones, right? So let's start off with red. And so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna be doing this. Oh, okay, so that's the piece we're working with. Now we'll see. Now this is, I like what's going on here. Let's first have a look at some of the, so these are some of the these are some of the I don't know if this is here or is it too dark. Maybe I will do the lighting if that does it justice. I'm not sure if you guys can pick up the tone properly. Let's see the lighting here. Okay, so this is one, it's a red. This, I think this is this it? I'm trying to see if we can get a good position where we can really see it properly. Okay, we'll start off with this one here. All right, so I like the simplicity, but I also like the details that go on here with this couch. I like the color. Okay, I like the color. Again, because we're looking for a nice vibrant color. All your pieces don't have to be that same color. I like how the designer here is blending, has brought in this as the main seat, and then added some other pieces of furniture which also come in different colors, plus the rug, which kind of blends in nicely with this. So with this, I would say a piece like this would really work. Okay, so because I don't want to, I'll do this here because I think we get a better sense once we put it just above. I like the, I mean, this is a nice, I like the colors that come with this, right? But I'm also gonna I like the tones that come with that, which are not very far off from the tones that come with this. Okay, so this kind of piece would work very nice, would work well with a piece of furniture like that. All right, and we all know red is a very powerful color. It really gives you that sense of warmth when you have it in a room. Okay, that's one piece of furniture. Now let's look at another piece. I also like this piece here. I like this, and it's more it's an extended piece, okay, which I think could sit about 4 people. I really like this. Now this this is the reason I'm saying it's important to bring in color, because if you have walls like if your space is all painted white, right? So you have the ceiling is white, the whole molding is white, the whole wall is white, the rug is white, so it's either white, and then you have the gray flooring. Okay, that's fine, because I guess these are safe colors when it comes to, you know, when it comes to properties. It's a safe color, and to break this, to kind of not just break, but kind of to create a contrast. I like the fact that the designer brought in that red, a nice bold color, to kind of break the pattern that's going on here with the white, gray and black, which is fine because I think that's actually gives the room the balance it needs. So what the only thing missing would be this art piece, but because there's a huge wood, I'm not sure if that's either a door panel or a window panel. This is something, a piece I would use this wall here to kind of take I would use that. This wall would be perfect, and because the wall is high, having this piece in a larger, this is a 8x10, right? So if you have like high ceilings like this, high walls or wide walls, high ceilings, then in that case you want to go for a nice big piece. And with the beauty of this website here, you can go for a larger piece, which is like a 30 by 28. Now with the framing, that's gonna round up to 30. If you round that up, it's like almost 34 by 32 inches. That's how this piece is gonna be like, right? That's how it's gonna look like, and I'll show you how that would look on a wall. That's how it's gonna look on a wall, right? This would be your largest piece. Now that would really work perfectly right in this area. I know they've just leaned the screen here, but since we have these are all window panels, that could really work beautifully here. So you got your red, you got the sorry, let's bring this up. You got that color tone which blends in nicely with the red piece of furniture, and voila, there you go. And from that you can add some other things, right, that kind of blend in with the whole space. So let's look at some other red couches. I like, see this. Oh, this here, this is another one. Did we miss this? Okay, so this is another couch which is very really stands out. I like the artistry that's been added to this. Okay, and you see that big image in a contrasting color has been put right on top. I think this is, I'm not sure if this is a gallery or somebody's living space, but again, something like this would fit perfectly well because the background is it's like a dark background, which kind of which really gives a good highlights the red seat, but also it would highlight an art piece like this one here, right? Look at that. Those two really will blend, and it kind of flows. It just flows in with this with the seat right there. Okay, so let's look at another. Oh, this is the piece we're looking at. So let's look at another piece of furniture. Right here, that's another. This is another good example of I like the color blends that's going in here. I like the color. See, this is more like it's like a cream. Okay, the walls are like a cream. Kind of, it's also high walls, right? The wall is it's perfect for an art piece, and you see the art piece they've added here gives you a touch of red, but also has some other dark tones that are going on. I like the couch because that's the area of focus I'm really looking at, is bringing some color tones that are different, bringing some furniture with bold colors and match that up with your art. Or if you start up with a piece like this, then bring in a furniture that kind of has the same tones. This is why it's like pick out the art piece first, go find an art piece that talks to you, that but also has color, and then get it centered in that room, and then from there, look at this, from there make a decision on which colors that are reflected in the art you want to add into your living room. But bring in colors that are bold, colors that are different from your regular grays, black, white, or cream, or off-white furniture. Okay, and you can still follow that same theme right through to the bedroom. You don't have to use the same pieces, but you can follow the same color theme. Just carry on with that energy. Okay, this is a nice piece here. I don't know if we looked at this. This is another nice piece. I like this. And I see, I think this is a screen, a TV screen, but I see there is room here for a piece of art, and I would definitely place that right there. So this kind of this kind of piece would pretty much match with any red piece of furniture that you bring in. But bring in pieces, look for furniture that's, go to small stores and look for furniture that's not from your big stores. The small stores, I find, like the regular small privately small owned stores are gonna carry furniture in different colors. I find like they offer a variety, but they also offer different styles that you're not gonna find in your big furniture store, right? Your big box furniture store. So I think checking out small private furniture stores, you're gonna find pieces because again, you're not looking for much. You're looking for a piece or two, as long as you have your sofa or your love seat, and then accompany that. It doesn't have to be from the same store, but accompany that with two single seats in bold colors. Again, to break that pattern, right? Break that pattern and put up an art piece like this here to accompany it. Beautiful. This would work. I know this is kind of wide, but you can always narrow down your pieces. You can frame your pieces based on how best or how big or how small the wall is, and then also change the shape. But I feel like this actually looks much better in a vertical shape, and that would fit perfectly nicely here. I like also the idea of having mirrors, and see the mirrors with a touch of gold. It's different. It's a different color. The plants also add life. So either have images, if you wanna, if you already have a space like this that has plants, then bring in maybe bring in like an abstract piece that has bold colors. Or if you don't have any plants, if you hardly have that much plants, bring in a piece that has colors, bold colors that reflect nature. That will also make the space lively. Okay, so let's see what other pieces, red pieces there. Oh, look at that. Now, I'm not sure how. I think I would prefer, instead of having shelving like this, I would prefer, because I'm not sure how safe this is, to have plates, and I think those are ceramic plates hanging. I'm not sure how secure that is, but I would rather have like a space, like I would rather put an art piece right there. All right. Oh, this would also work well here. Look at that. It kind of is like a continuity. Like once you have the red couch and the red art, it's like it's like, I mean, this just flows with each it flows with each piece. It's like just a continuity of it's like a gallery, or it's like a continuity of a story going on in this room, and this story can be interpreted in so many ways, but by whoever walks in, right? So just create that kind of experience or memory for your guests. Let your pieces bring in artistic pieces that really make a statement or say something, or yeah, look at that. All right, I like that. Okay, so let's have a look at what other pieces there is. I think did we see that already? We saw that. We've seen this. Let's have a look at this one. I also like this. And now you look at this, you see how this is, I'm not sure if that's a gray. So it's walls like this. If you have walls like that, like dark walls, or walls that have dark tones, this is where you really want to bring in furniture like this. Furniture that is bold, has bold color, and then accompanied with artwork that also makes a bold statement. Okay, this is if you have gray or black walls or anything like that, you want to bring in bold furniture that is in bold colors, and then also artwork that accompanies it. So this piece would still work right there. Okay, like in a smaller size. All right, so let's look at some other Let's oh, look at this one. Nice. This is nice. I like the curtain panels going on here. Again, it gives you that refreshing, nice look, but it's your gray and white, which is no problem. And I mean, which other way to really give it really make a statement other than adding a nice bold colored couch in red. I also like the material, right? So I think there's two seats here. There's the white and the red seat, which works, which again, this makes a statement in the room, right? It really does make a statement. The only thing here is, I think, the angle at which we have this. I'm not I cannot see the other parts of the wall, but I still feel like this is a piece that could work beautifully in this room with based on whatever part of the wall in the room. I'm sure there is space somewhere to hang, but I'm just giving a hint of how this would still flow, still have that nice flow with the furniture, right? Okay, let's look at, I mean, there is a lot of red furniture. So yeah, let's explore colors. Or did we see this? Oh, look at that. That's another. I like the different styles of couches that are in here, right? There's so many ways to go about it. Look at this. Look at that. This is an extended, I think it's like an extended couch or an extension. Yeah. And this is what I keep talking about, the gray. Once you have gray, we're not gonna cry about it, okay? It is what it is. Gray, white ceiling, no problem. It's nice, it's white. Add some plants to add life to the room and bring in some art pieces. This is a perfect space for it. I would put that right there, a Vader. And look at that, right? It blends in, really blends in well. Right, look at that. And like these, I like how it's centered right in. This kind of looks like the center of the living space, but yeah, this is where you want to put like professionally framed artwork. The living room, or what you call, some people call the common room. All right, nice. Now let's look at this one as well. Another beautiful couch here. Oh, how can we know it? Oh, it went. How do we click on that? Okay, it's still. Okay, hold on. Well, we looked at that already. We also looked at that. Now this is the one I wanted to see. This is yeah, this here, beautiful. I like the colors of this one as well, right? Look at that. You know, your irregular white walls, no problem. I like how this is placed right here. This is a perfect spot for it, although I would like to see a more vibrant piece of artwork right here to kind of meet the energy, right? you wanna meet, kind of balance out the energy right from here all the way to the from ceiling, from the walls to to where the couch. So this would sit perfectly well right there. I mean, this is a beautiful piece, no problem. I like what they have here. But for color, because we're all about color, I would bring in a piece like this right there, and that would, yep. I like the idea of also having, like, see how they have I see like fresh, I think those are roses. They look like fresh roses. Again, it adds life to the room, and also adds character, gives the room character, makes it homely, makes it welcoming. It doesn't feel like, because the last thing you want to feel, you don't want to feel like really you don't want to let your guest feel like they are coming in a rented box, like, like, just make it homely, just the way you would want it. You would want to feel in it if you came in. So make it, and small pieces like this that really give it that warm, homely feeling. So create that experience for your customer. And who knows, they might extend a night or two. Okay, so let's see this other one here. All right, I like it. Velvet has a way it really pops when it comes to these vibrant colors. In most when it especially with I mean, velvet fabric really has a way the texture has a way it really pops when it comes to bright colors. So I also like the feel of velvet, so I really like this. Now I also like how this is centered. This is centered right for an art piece, so you want to take advantage of that and put a nice grand piece that's professionally framed, and that would make it just elevates the place overall. It elevates everything. It elevates everything in the room, right? So if you spend good money on a professionally framed piece, and also pick a nice piece that is stylish, that that really stands out and comes in bold colors, as we're saying, that it elevates everything else. Even when you pick the other pieces may not be as pricey. And again, I'm not saying go pick expensive furniture. I'm just saying add more artistic aspects to the kind of pieces that you pick for your space, right? So that's gonna elevate the space and make it seem like really give it that cozy look, make it seem like kind of elevates everything. Even if it's only you who knows how much you've spent, but it gives your customer that feel that everything, it elevates it to that level where your customer really feels like their back is worth that what they are paying or what you're asking for is worth every single coin, because the details in the interior are all just say that they elevate. It looks elevated. So look at that. So the only thing, if I do this, you won't really get, but this would be perfect. And this, that's what it would look like. But let's go back here, and that's how it would look like right there. Kind of blends in very well with the couch, with the wall, with the plant, and the other pieces of furniture that are in the room. So it's just two pieces, but they are making a bold statement, right? Two colorful pieces. Okay, so let's look at what other pieces there. Oh, look at that. So far I like all the pieces of furniture that are here. I think it's a matter of pricing. When you go in, if you choose your style, and I think the price is what's gonna determine what you're gonna select. But again, some of these pieces you're gonna find in the private, not your regular big box companies. Explore the small furniture stores in your area, and this is where you're gonna find art. This is where you're gonna find unique pieces like this, or art that's coming in different colors. Because again, I've noticed the big box companies will have the same furniture, same color, same style, and when you go in a certain location, when you're looking at properties in one location, you see the same furniture trend going on. It's the same. So for your property to stand out, go to the small furniture stores and find those unique pieces, and don't forget to get your professionally framed art piece like this one here in bold color. Bring that piece, get that furniture, that's that, and then get started from there. And then add small accessories that really blend in with the other color tones that are going on in the art piece. That's a good lead, and that's going to be an easier way for you, especially if you're not using like a professional interior designer. If you're doing it yourself, then I would say that's a good way to start. Start off with a nice art piece like this, and then look at the dominant color. Go choose a couch. Go to the small stores, choose a couch, choose a nice, and with the small furniture stores, also there's room for flexibility with pricing. It's not like the big box stores where they've already put their price tag. There's no room for negotiation. You're not gonna negotiate with until they put it on sale. Okay, you're not gonna negotiate with the big box companies. However, if you go into the small furniture stores, you can negotiate with the owner or the manager on the price on a piece that you like, and And sometimes they might even throw in some free delivery for you. So let's take advantage of that, but bring in some nice bold colors. Let's see what else. Look at that. Look at that. I like this blend of white. See, in a room like this where everything is white, okay, and a touch of the I see the flooring is it's like a gray shade of silver, white flooring. Yeah, this is the best way to break that pattern. Add some warmth to the room, because as I said before, the color white is nice. It's refreshing. It's a nice refreshing color. However, in the winter, if everything is all like, if it's all too bright, also the lighting is bright throughout the whole unit, it really feels cold. It doesn't, when it's winter and you're getting into a space, you want a room that's gonna switch up the mood for you, kind of give you that warmth, you know, and comfort, that coziness. In the winter, we all want that, because it's cold out there and it's also dark. So bring in those colors that are gonna really accelerate the vibration of your guests. Bring in couch like that. Bring in that color and add a piece like this. Add in nice vibrant pieces. Again, as I said, get a professionally framed art piece, especially for the living room, and see see the difference that's gonna make. See how this piece just flows in with any piece of furniture. As long as it's red, it just flows in. It's like a continuity of of whatever story is going on in that room, right? So I like this piece. It kind of flows in. It literally flows in with everything. I like that piece. Okay, so let's look at another piece. Look at that. Now this here is really making I like how this designer has taken it up a notch. Okay, the walls, do you notice the wall panels, the accent here? Is this, oh wow, look at that piece. Look at that piece. I see this piece. I know that I mean we all see this piece is in a dark tone, but I like the hints of red they've added with the art piece. I think this is an accent. The whole, I don't think this is just a framed piece. I think this is a whole art creation that means it's like an accent on the wall. But look how they've paired that with a nice red velvet, and taken it all the way to a red carpet. Do you see that? Red rug. So it's a red rug with a touch of white. Again, breaking, because the flooring, if you notice the flooring, this is I think it's wooden black flooring. The back wall or the wall here is painted black, but they've created this artistic piece with tones of red and added that beautiful sofa. Look at that, with the lamp. And if you look at the panels as well, like the walls are also painted red. I mean, look at that. Look at the coziness that's going on in this space, right? Really, really cozy, well put together, and you're gonna pay an extra buck for that. Very happily, and guest is gonna pay very happily an extra buck for that. It's one piece of furniture based on what I'm seeing, and I'm not sure. I think this is the living room. It's one piece of furniture, one piece of art. Okay, this has been, I think this was painted. This art piece was actually done on the wall, and then a rug. So 3 pieces are already making a statement. But it all starts from up here, and then it flows all the way down. So you can do this if it's within your budget and you're bold enough to go all the way. Why not? Why not? That's gonna stand out. This is a picture. I mean, your guests are gonna want to take a picture around this space. This art piece here, people are gonna want to take a picture around this area. Trust me. This is gonna be somewhere on Instagram. But yeah, no, I like how they really blended the red tones in here. Very nice, very soft. It looks sophisticated, it looks elevated. I like the warmth. It feels warm. It feels, I mean, yeah, it really feels like you're getting what you paid for. Okay, so let's look at another one here. Okay, I like this too. I like we see how the red tones with the sofa here and lots of cushions are really still they add that comfy cozy look to the room, right? I like the blend of white here. I think it's cream with the curtains and everything else, and they're breaking that up by bringing in the red couch, and well, what's this, pink, which is fine, but right there. Now, if you don't want to do the three pieces they have here, you just bring in one nice piece like this here. It still flows, blends nicely with the couch. It kind of blends with the color tone on the wall. It also blends with the green touch of the plant. I mean, look at that, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's try, guys, let's try color. Let's try color, bring in art pieces, bring in furniture pieces that see this here where everything is white. The red really adds it gives it really that homely nice feeling, because everything, these white walls, especially as I mentioned, in the winter when everything is white, like it's gotta be some nice tones. You want to bring in some nice tones to kind of tone that white, the brightness down. Bring in some nice tones like the couch, bring in some art tones that will do that, and also the lighting, right? Change that lighting to a nice warm tone, especially in the winter. But even in the summer, if you had a piece like this in this room, because this is everything is colorful in the summer, that energy flows right. The energy, this still works well because that energy from outside is flowing right in. You're experiencing a lot of colors, natural colors going on the outside, the sunshine, the brightness. You get inside and you're experiencing the same thing. So it just keeps the energy, that same energy on a similar vibration, or even higher, right? So yeah, these are colors that are not, they work throughout all the seasons, right? That's the beauty of bold. Wow, look at that. Oh, I like the details of this seat. I really like the details. And look at the cushions. It really looks comfortable. Now, this is a piece you're not gonna. I don't know. Maybe you can find it in your regular store, but I think you're gonna have to visit some unique furniture store to get pieces like this. But again, it doesn't matter what style it is. Find a piece that really stands out. It's not, it's not all I'm saying is like, okay, so the mass produced, if you can get out from mass produced pieces, even if you pick mass produced pieces, bring in a piece that's different. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and add color, bring it in color. Here I like how they've blended that with what's going on here. There's quite a number of there's a lot going on with the shelving, so I don't know if that would allow for artwork here. But again, just to give an example, I still feel this piece would still blend in on any part of the wall in the room. Okay, but I like what's going on with the furniture and the rug. Still that nice bright, and then they've made the lamps or the lampshades on the chandelier to kind of match the color, so it's kind of all balancing out. It's red up here, red in the center, and red right on the ground. So beautiful. Let's see what. Okay, another nice velvety seat, right? And it doesn't have to be just one. Is enough. One is enough to make a statement. Okay, there goes I like the color. I like the fact that Yeah, the color of the wall is totally different from your regular colors. That's nice. Okay, it's different. So and that's the beauty of red pretty much will blend in with anything. We'll add that one to anything, so I feel like it still goes well together. Now for the art piece, this would still, this would still work. Nothing wrong with that, but I would prefer, oh shoot, where are we? I would prefer something that really pops, and also something more contemporary, depending on what kind of guests you're trying to attract. But I would prefer something more popping, more contemporary, and that would still go. This would still work in here. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at this here. I mean, I like the styles. Oh, I like walls like this. So a blend of red and white, again, beautiful. You just have to get in like a bigger. Let's go. Okay, well, a bigger piece. You just have to bring in a bigger piece in this situation. Okay, let's see if we can. All right. Let's see what other. Oh, nice. Nice. Let's. So for this, maybe I would change the frame. I would change the frame. Oh shoot. For this kind of, because this looks good. This is kind of giving me like cottage. Or for that kind of frame, I would use like more like a rustic frame. Let's see if we can go with the rustic frame here. Like a white rustic frame. Let's see. Something like that. And let me see how that would look in a. Okay, we'll leave it in horizontal. A rustic frame like that is what I would use in a space like this. But maybe because of the browns, maybe it's best to keep it out. Where did we have? Was it black? Was it black? What kind of frame did we have? It was a black. Was it a black gold frame? Black gold. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe it's because that's a brown frame. I mean, it will still work if we had the same frame. The rustic frame just doesn't go. I mean, the feel, but the colors really don't go well. But I like how this is kind of again adding that punch to the space. Okay, so let's have another look. Now I want to try out some green. I mean, there's a lots of beautiful. These are all nice, beautiful. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that! Or blue, blue paint, and then a red couch right in between. I mean, now this is bold, because again, you're not gonna find many people, take that step of painting their space that color. But good on this one. All right, it's not afraid of color, and then just boom, brings in that red couch, and then throws in some. Now, space for this, I would maybe put it right here, put right there. Now let's try out. I would like to try out. Let me see. Let's look at some maybe yellow or gold. Let's see if we like maybe a gold color. Let's see if we can go for a gold. I want to see what that. Let's see. Gold. Okay, so let's look at some a gold gold couch. Okay, why are we? Let's see if there are some gold really couches here that we might. Huh. Okay, now here we go. Would we call this gold or gold, mustard, or yellow? Now I like this. This would still work. Let's try this. Let's try it in a 20 by 20. Okay, let's try that. It's hard to tie it on top of another, but this would work. I think this would still work in this space, right? Let's look at more of those golds. Oh, these are different colors. I wanted to see wow. I was more interested. Wow, talking about boldness. Look at that. Wow. I'm interested in more. I'm more interested in the gold colors. So let's see. Let's see if we can get like more of a gold. Gold or the yellow. Let's see, this one doesn't have. Oh no, it's kind of hard to. It's kind of let's say maybe yellow or mustard. Oh. Oh, okay. So I guess instead of gold, because it's kind of hard to get like a whole fabric done in gold, I think it would be pretty expensive. But mustard, which is close to gold, I want to know what I want to see how that would feel like. So let's try out some gold. Let's see. All here. Right, this one here. Look at that. So in order to have that mustard or whatever, you gotta have those kind of warm colors that kind of, especially with the wall. I like this, but I think this would still a more contemporary. This is more like a more traditional art, but I would say a more contemporary style, just to kind of upgrade the space. That's the other thing too. So if you have furniture that's kind of, if your style of furniture is kind of outdated, because I know there are some pieces of furniture that look outdated, but they're still, it's like there's certain, it's the quality of these pieces of furniture, or the style is is still unique and still good, and some people still like that old traditional designs of or design of certain aspects of the furniture. Some people like that, like the old traditional, so if you have pieces of furniture of old style pieces of furniture, but the furniture is still good, because some of those pieces may be old, but the quality is still good compared to what we have these days. And some of those pieces, you might find that some of those pieces are still good pieces. They can still be used. So some people incorporate those in their space. So if you have pieces like that, or if you find pieces like that, but you don't wanna give that old feel of the space, bring in contemporary art. Okay, bring in contemporary art and try to match that art with those pieces. I'm thinking, maybe, I hope they're not, maybe have a piece, or if you have a piece or two of old furniture, but that is still in good quality and all that, bring in a contemporary piece on with your art on the walls to kind of give it that shift from old traditional, into contemporary, into more like a contemporary space. Make that, the artwork is gonna make that shift for you. Because I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this. It's like the art piece is, you can tell like this is the framing and also the style really says, like, it tells it kind of predates the artwork, and no issue with that. But you don't want your space, especially if you're renting your space out to a certain niche of people, if it's young people, or bring in some contemporary pieces to kind of make that shift. And then add also some, have that one piece, but also have that old piece, but also pair it up with contemporary art, and have also the other pieces, have contemporary pieces to the room, so that it can really give it that shift, right? Especially if you want to hold on to that piece of furniture, you feel like it still works well for you. Now this is, first of all, I like the frame. See how these frames kind of, you still have that black and that gold touch. I feel like this would work beautifully in this space. And then maybe add some red cushions to the sofa. But other than that, I think I like the color of this. It's more like it's between a yellow, gold, and mustard. So yeah, I like that, and I like the velvety feel of that. So let's see what other pieces there are. Now look at this. That's a yellow. Yellow at its best. Now that I like, I'm not sure what's going on here, if that's like a off-white or pink, or like a blush, but you see how the yellow reflection is kind of the reflection is kind of giving that sunny, warm feeling to the room. You see how that's reflected? That's why this is a nice color. It's a nice color to have. If you're looking for warmth and you want to add life, add life to the room, this is nice. And I like the idea that there is plants. Now this is also a piece, I feel like this piece can work here, right? I was thinking maybe put it in a gold. Let's see if we do. No, because we don't want to have like a gold frame. I feel like this creates a nice contrast, because it's a black frame with a touch of gold. But because since you have a yellow couch, you don't want the whole frame to be yellow. So I feel like having this in a black frame is perfect, and then having your nice brilliant, your nice popping color also works perfect. So you just have to throw everything much. I think it blends in nicely. Maybe a touch of red somewhere, like maybe the cushions could really like balance it all out. But I like the idea. I like the yellow couch there. I like that. Let's see. But I'd also, clearly you can tell like it's adding warmth. It's kind of projecting that yellow. You see the yellow tone around the space. I guess the moment the sunlight comes in, it kind of projects that yellow, cozy, warm feeling in the room, like sunny. right? Oh, nice. Let's have a look at another yellow or mustard. Ooh, look at that. Ah, nice. Nice. Now I see tons of green going on here. I think this piece can still work. Now, because of the shelving, if you have shelvings, like if you have shelves like this, where the art, I mean, I kind of I'm kind of concerned having things here. But if the shelf is wide enough, and you feel like you can put an art piece, a small art piece like this one here, right? Why not, right? You can do that. And I still feel like this baby, maybe I would put it somewhere here. No, I think I would put here, but a smaller version of it. I would put it there. I'll put it there, and make it a smaller, lighter version that's not gonna kind of really fall off the shelf, because you can tell like the shelf is busy. It has quite some things going on. Or I could put it here, or I could put that piece would actually narrow it down to maybe like a 10 by 8, and then either put it here or put it here. All right. I still feel like that would work. Oh, wow. Now this is color at space. Again, this is a designer who's not afraid of color. They've taken it from the wall, or what you call the accent, right to the couch. Like they're using the couch to kind of nice. I mean, there is no way. The moment you get into this room, it's so I mean, that's the first thing. Like, it's gonna make your eyes like pop. This really makes you, and I think it will give you it will give. This is gonna give anybody like that a smile and a gaze. You're gonna really gaze once you get into this. If you get into a space with this color, I like this. Color is important, especially during the winter. If you're having a space you're renting out, be creative with it. Please become become your own artist. Be creative with the room. Choose artistic pieces to the room that stand, so that when your guests come, everything is like wow, everything like it's different. Okay, you're giving them you're giving them something that is unusual, something they haven't seen. You're giving them a whole different experience, and they're gonna want to book your space again. Not only that, but they're also gonna give you reviews, because they can tell your guests can tell based on small details like that you've really invested not only money, and you're not only thinking about it as a business, but you also your time and effort has been really put into this space, unlike any other space. So I would say something like, I mean, you can go either way. If you want to tone down the yellow, like if the yellow is too much between the wall and that, a piece like this with a black frame and a touch of gold, that kind of will tone it down. It will still give you that effect, but it will kind of tone it down if it's because it might be too much for some people. But if not, if it just to give it a tone, still have that warmth and add another aspect of it, which is the art, I think this would work perfectly, because that's a frame it's a piece with a black frame, which will balance out the wall, the couch, and also the other colors that pop in, the other colors that come out in that. So this would be, I think this would be perfect, right? This piece would be perfect right there. But I like the distance. I like the distance at which this designer took this. Okay, so let's look at some other pieces. Oh, nice. Look at this. Now, this is a green wall. Okay, one green wall, and then the rest of the room is white. I think it was the same thing with this area here too. It's just the one wall. One part of the wall has been painted, that, and then the rest of the room is white. So I think it's the same concept that's going on here, right? So this part is green, which leaves room for plenty of art. And I love this because they've left space. Like, this is like, get creative, create us a wall like this and add things to it, but most important, add art, add like frame nice piece. Or if you have the time and the money, choose one wall and really get creative at it, so that when your guests walk in, there's something they can talk about. There is something like they're gonna gaze and like, wow, and your space is gonna be like an attraction on its own. Okay, it's like, wow, okay, all we thought we were getting is a room, but okay, there is more to see. So give them more to see in the space, give them more to enjoy, add to their experience, right? So add spare one wall and put some nice outstanding things that will get your guests talking or even appreciate the space. And again, you can, if you have the time and money, you can put as many pieces as you want based on this, but I would say if not, add a nice framed professionally framed piece like this that pops, blends in nicely, still blends in with the colors, and you will see the impact of that. You see the impression that it will make on your guests. All right, so let's look at, I think this is the same, this is still the same concept. I like the mustard, yeah, same concept. Add that piece here. I think the black frame kind of tones, if there is one bold color, the black frame kind of blends in nicely, kind of tones it down. That mix kind of tones it down a little bit, but then still gives you that hint of gold, which kind of blends nicely with the mustard couch, right? Okay, let's see what else is here. Yes, this is a nice, I like, it's like a soft yellow couch, and I like there is space here for art, and the designer has really, or the owner has really taken time to use it to really maximize that space and put a nice piece with some nice bold colors in it, which is great. And I still feel something like this would still work over there. Now, this is a canvas piece, and some people would prefer canvas because canvas might be lighter, but it might cost you less for a canvas piece, and also covers. So you can either go for a canvas piece or a framed piece, right? I would say go for a framed piece, maybe in the living room, and then choose a canvas piece like this. So the canvas won't need any framing. I think for the canvas piece, which we also do have on the website here, you can get this piece in canvas. Let's see, canvas print. That's the canvas print right there. Okay, so let's see. So this is a canvas print. If you wanted this in a canvas print, you would do that. Now a canvas print doesn't require the detailed framing. It's just the wooden framing that's done around the art piece and wrapped, and it's pretty light, right? And also the cost is gonna be different from your regular framed art piece, right? But I find, like, if you want to give your space a more sophisticated look with the art, go for a framed piece if you have the budget for it, right? Let's see, if you have the budget for it, go for that. All right, so let's see which other pieces. I like the mustard or yellow. Look at that, nice. Look at the blend of colors that's going in here. We have that kind of brown red brick wall going on with its own color. Then there's a touch of pink, and some white, the white ceiling, a touch of pink. You can tell this room is oozing feminine energy. So I would take advantage of this and put I see the designer here chose to go more with the like plant accessories, like these are live plants. So I would say put some plants, and then on this wall put an art piece. Put an art piece on that wall right there. kind of to, you know, really balance it out, right? So let's see. Oh, I really like the mustard. Oh, look at this. I like the balance between the blue and mustard. And of course, I like how they are taking advantage of the wall and being very creative, adding artistic aspects or small things, small artistic pieces to the wall, right? I like that. I like that. Although I would say, and I mean, because these are I like the colors that come with the what they have there. But I would prefer much bolder, and I would say bring on that piece. And also, it's kind of gonna because of the black frame. We had one in a black frame. Where did I? Let's see. Where is a favorite? I had this in a black frame, but it doesn't matter. You can also bring it in that, because the room still has that. It has the gold or the mustard, the white. Although maybe I would prefer this in a black frame. Let's see, where did we? I had it in a black frame. Did we lose that black frame? Okay, so we can change that to a black frame. I think yeah, I think. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so we can you can actually have it in either black frame if you choose, or that's the black frame. That's all in a black frame. I think this would fit. This would go nicely on even a black wall or a gray wall, right? Or we can have it in a gold frame. And I'm about to show you what the gold frame would look like. Now that's the gold frame. And that gold frame would really go nicely in areas where you have a piece like this, like where you have like a yellow couch or mustard couch or mustard seats, chairs. Yeah, that would blend it nicely, and a touch of red. Okay, I like that. So it kind of picks up the frame, and the yellow tones from the image kind of really flows nicely. Let's see. I like the styles of mustard that are in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's like toned down. Perfect spot right here. Perfect spot. You could have that piece right there. Smaller piece. Or a more vertical. And you see, I like how they're really taking advantage of the walls and really adding artwork. You know, different sizes, different shapes of artwork on the wall. So when you're really seated here, if you're not watching on your phone or what, it's like a gallery. It's like a whole gallery experience for your guests to come in here and look at the artwork and see, wow, look at that, right? So I would say if you're up for it, add more pieces, but have a nice framed art piece right here, like this one here. It'll still bring in that gold, black, yellow, and then a touch of a pop of red, right? Okay, so let's. Oh, I really. Look at that. Nice. Yep, green and yellow. You can't go wrong with that. Green, yellow, and then add your artwork right there. Right there. With a pop of red. Okay. Same here. Oh, look at that. See that? That's what I'm talking about. And see how the designer here highlighted the ceiling with a touch of yellow. And I think these are LED lights over here. And then there is that hanging. I'm not sure if that's a decor or lamp. But yes, like they're kind of bringing the yellow right from the ceiling, or that mustard touch from the ceiling right to the art piece, right to the furniture, right? So here is like your art piece here can help you, can kind of be like a guide on what pieces you're gonna add. So because there's a touch of red, blue, light blue, I see how that's incorporated in the space. You can see also with the seat here, with the cushions, with the rug, with the curtains. I think the curtains have a hint of yellow, but yeah, this is, I like how this is all balanced out. And again, it's totally different color, unexpected color. And this, as we said before, furniture like this is not furniture you're going to find in your big box stores, because the big box stores have a reputation of bringing in the same furniture colors, and like they are bringing in the same style, so everybody ends up buying. If you're in the same location, because it's convenient and all that, everybody's buying the same colors, same styles. So if your guests are, if your property is on your private rental property is on the market, and as a guest, as somebody who's exploring units, I'm looking on the sites, I'm seeing the same thing, same furniture, same like colors, like the property are the same colors, same, nothing is different. The furniture, the exterior, I mean the interior decor is also the same. Like there's no surprise element for your guests. So go to the small stores, select unique pieces, be artistic, be creative with your space, okay, so that it stands out. And this is the way to go about it. Choose pieces, go to a website like this, pick up some popping art. This is the store. This is Christine's art store, okay. If you're interested in any pieces that are really popping, right? Let's see the framed prints. Yeah, if you're looking for popping art like this, please don't be afraid to visit the store. That's the store, okay. Go to the site, or you can also browse. You can just browse. So if you browse Christine Pirro's art store, it's gonna lead you here. Just make sure you recognize your artist, and also make sure you're on the right site, Fine Art America. This is, as I keep saying, it's the Amazon of all artists. So you're gonna find, and that's where you're gonna find all this kind of popping art, right? And once you select, you can go into the favorite. In the favorite, there's art that's already framed with such more details, with the matting and all that. If you don't want to take the time, if you don't want to design your own art, you want to go for a piece that's already pre-designed with the frame, and you like the details, just select that and go with it, right? So this is the one we're looking at. And yeah, this is this kind of, I like how this would nicely still blend in here. Okay, let's just pretend that's the wall. You see how that would still go in there? And these are colors that add life to the room. Okay, let's break that, especially in the winter. I keep saying that in the winter, we know how it feels in the winter. We're all running indoors, so make it cozy and welcoming for your guests. Bring in something different. Maybe, I think we have one more minute. Let's look at some more pieces, and next time we're gonna be looking at another art piece from here, and then see how we can incorporate that. Whoa, wow. Yeah, see how this the designer here has really taken it all the way and become very creative. Now this space is like a gallery on its own. It's like an art gallery, because look at how many pieces are on that wall. Okay, a blend of artwork, a photography, is it photography, I think, is it oil on canvas paintings? I mean, there's a whole mix, and then plants, and then some decor items, all right? So it's up to you. You may not want to go. You may not want to go all that far. You know, again, depending on how much you're willing to spend. But this is a blue wall. I'm not sure if that's a blue wall or black wall. but I like how the designer has gone in and really taken advantage of that wall. So do not be afraid to get creative with your walls. I would prefer something like this as opposed to a blank wall. You walk into a property and it's blank, there's nothing. All you're seeing is the chair, the sofa, the chairs, and that's pretty much it, and maybe a few touches of, and that's it. It really looks incomplete, so it doesn't feel homely. It just feels like another cubicle for somebody that, it's like somebody who's trying to look for refuge in a cubicle and they're thrown in a cubicle. Like sometimes that's how it feels like when you look at some of these properties. So don't let that be your space. Take the time to be creative with it. You already spent some money to have it, and you want it to make more money for you. You want it to be creative with it. Find the time to be creative. If you don't have the time, but you have the budget, find somebody to help you with that. And we'll here. So if you need help with any of this artwork here, or if you you have questions on how to navigate the space, or you want some pieces and you want them decorated different, you want them framed and all that, please don't hesitate to contact here. You can contact Christine, send a private message best regarding what questions or suggestions or queries you might have, and then we'll be more than happy to walk you through that if you need that help. Okay, so if you want to do it yourself and you need guidance, we're more than happy. Make a contact there, send your message, and then we'll see how we can help you put some pieces together for your space. If you have the budget and the money and you can afford to bring in somebody, do that and make use of the walls in your space. It doesn't have to be all the walls, but at least pick a room, pick a wall and make a statement, right? Or if you don't want to, if you're you don't have the time to. Some people want to do it by themselves. You can also buy prints on this site. If you feel like your budget can only allow you to buy prints, you can also do that. You can buy prints and then go do your own framing, or take your prints if you have a framer, and that framer can really take. You have an arrangement with that framer. You can get your pieces done at a price that's different from what's here. No problem. Do that. Get your print. The prints are really we have the prints here. Let's see, at prints. Yeah, the prints are available, and they are like this print here is under this is the smallest print and it's under $20, right? So you can select the print and then take it to your framer, have it framed for you, and then voila, put it on the wall. Put something on the wall, okay? Or if you want the frames, you want everything done, and all your expectation is just to get your artwork all framed and ready to hang. Do that. You can still do that on the website. It's very flexible. There's a lot of flexibility on the site here, right from just getting a print to getting your artwork framed, framed on either as a framed print or as a metal print or as acrylic, wooden print. All those materials are available for you. So just reach out on the site, send an email to Christine, as I've shown here. You can also follow just to get updated artwork, or just make you can also join there's a list here, email list, which will update you on any new development on the site, or just send a private message regarding what questions or whatever you might have in mind, suggestions, opinions, proposals, all that. Just send that in here, and then that should be you should get a response back sooner than right? So that being said, I think we've seen enough pieces here, enough furniture. I think we got a nice clue as to how you can blend, right? That's the whole idea. How you can blend your art pieces with your bold art pieces with some nice bold furniture, right? Look at this. Some people really go all the way with their, look at that. It's like, let your space be like an art piece. It be a creation on its own, and that alone is an attraction, and that will actually have more guests coming to you, because your guests are going to talk about it. Your guests are going to talk about it. They're going to share it. They're going to turn it into an Instagram moment. They're going to give you good reviews, and those reviews are going to turn into more bookings. So please do not be afraid of color. Okay, I think that's it for today or tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hopefully when the moment arises, follow if you want to get alerts when I'm alive. We're going to be covering more areas. Now, maybe next time, I'm not sure, maybe next week, or we're going to be exploring furniture, like bedroom furniture, and how you can bring in, again, bold colors in the bedroom, bold colors for your guests with some of the bed accessories, like some of the bedroom accessory or bedroom furniture. We're going to be looking at that and how you can blend that with the artwork, or how you can start off, how you can integrate that artwork from your living room, how you can carry that same theme all through your other rooms, right? Because you want to be consistent. So when you start off with that nice professional art pieces in your living room, and again, if you're going with bold colors and all that, you want to keep that momentum going right all the way to the bedrooms. Do not surprise your customers with nice good artwork or nice bold colors, and then they get to the rooms and it's quite the opposite. So we're going to be talking about that, and I'll be giving you ideas how you can really keep that momentum right from the living room to the bedroom, and small things that you can do with some of the art pieces here in the bedroom. You don't have to spend you don't have to spend much in every bedroom if you have more than one room. I'll show you tricks on what's some of the pieces you can use, and how that can elevate the guest experience for your customers. Okay, thank you once again for joining. I hope you have a good night, a good day, a good evening, and a good morning wherever you are. Until then, ciao.